disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's happening, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. I'm going to skip Mondays. Tuesdays, you got CTE with Chris Los and Travis. Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with G, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alice and Jeff. For more information, just check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What is going on?
Man, been a long week already, and it's not even still a few more days to go.
I hear you. Number one, you know what, man? Before you jump into it, Joe, I literally I don't know why I thought Angel was going to do that intro. Like, I got so much on my brain right now. When the music was playing, I was relaxing, just thinking like, okay, Angel's going to start off in a second. I was like, wait, no, that's my job. I'm supposed to do it. I have no idea why I thought you were going to do it, Angel. And then also,
that's funny.
I actually forgot we were recording tonight. I forgot all about it. I pulled into the driveway after I left the dojo. I hit up Melissa and I said, hey, I'm on my way home. I need to stop and get something. She's like, yeah, go get something to eat. I said, okay, I'm thinking about other stuff. So I pull in the driveway. I'm like, I'm supposed to do something. And then I remember, oh, yeah, we got a show. Okay. So, yeah, I feel you, Joe. Go ahead, man.
No, it's just this, it's just one of those just one of those days, really. I had to replace a tire again. I think I've replaced all 4 tires this year so far. I'm done with it. These Michigan roads are killing me.
Yeah.
So I got that done early today. My son had to miss school the other day because he had a real bad toothache. So we had to take him to the dentist for an emergency tooth. They pulled the tooth and took care of that. Mm-hmm. The kid does a good job on brushing his teeth and everything. So I was kind of like wondering, but I forgot he missed a lot of his dental appointments when he was going through the chemotherapy. Mm-hmm. So all that considered, the doctor said his teeth are actually doing pretty good, everything that he went through. So we were lucky with that.
Good.
But yeah, he had a real bad tooth and he was huffing and puffing about that. So we got that taken care of today. And then my wife had parent-teacher conferences from 5 to 8, and my daughter had a band concert. Strings concert actually, and we're going tomorrow. It's a 2-day concert, so I had to drop her off for that and then pick her up and take care of the other 2 for dinner. So just a long couple of days, but no problem.
Is that the daughter that is doing the acting?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is she done with all the plays? Because I remember you told me like she had like a bunch of plays she had.
No, so she's working on Matilda right now at school. And I don't know what happened at her other theater. They were all set to do Frozen, and then they canceled auditions, and we haven't heard from them in about a month.
Okay.
Now they were doing another play that was for adults and kids. Mm-hmm. Usually they do 2 of those a year. So I think maybe they're going to wait for that one to be over, but then she'll pick back up. And I think Matilda is next week.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, because I think she's in Tech Week next week. So she'll do dress rehearsals all next week.
What did you say was next week?
Tech Week, they call it. So Tech Week is when you do the dress rehearsal like every day for a week.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. And then last weekend, we went to my daughter who's in middle school. She didn't want to do play, but she wanted to do the behind the scenes stuff, like moving the props, creating the props, which is something my wife did in high school and everything. So she wanted to do that, and so she enjoyed that. That was fun for her.
What's that called? That's called something, right?
Yeah, it is. Stagehand, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I remember it was called something. It was like in high school. I think it was college. I had to do that
It was
as like
pretty
part of
cool.
one
You
of my
know,
classes.
they bring them all up at the beginning and give them their props, and then they go and do their thing. So it's pretty cool.
Angel, have you ever did a play? Have you ever acted?
Have I ever done a play or have I ever acted? Those are two totally different things.
Well, in a play. For some reason, I don't know why you just seem like you would have been a play person, like you would have been in theater in high school.
Never at all. No.
Okay.
That's I never did it. I mean, personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I felt like the people that did plays had so much more courage than I ever could have in my life. Like,
what makes you say that?
just because to me personally, right? Doing a play, you are acting a character that's not yourself. So you have to be like really in tune with like who you are as a person to bring that character to life. I personally, I just think it's amazing how like you could have someone who's so calm, cool, and collected, but when the lights shine on, they're outgoing because the character has to be outgoing, or vice versa, has to be sad or angry or mean. And then plus to do that in front of a bunch of people, I'm not afraid to say this, but like I'm the first one to say like when I fight on stage at the tournaments, like the worst thing I do every time is I take a look out into the crowd and I can't see anybody.
Right.
And it makes me be like, oh crap, like I'm on stage at a tournament, like I'm fighting in front of like I'm like on like it's like a nighttime show, like this is like a show. It's crazy.
I would think that would make you forget if you can't see anybody outside. I would think you would forget that they're even there.
It's always because like I can't see anybody, but you could hear the crowd roar when things go on. It's just it's a weird experience. So I just think
I know
like
what
for
you
people
mean.
to do that, yeah, for people to do that like in acting, like I think that's like no joke, but I think that's like amazing. That's like one of like the best things that like a kid can do, because you break that layer of like being shy, and just that confidence. You build them up for when they're older. It's just the effects from it are so good. But the reason why I say like have I ever acted, like I've done like stunt stuff before, and like I don't know why, but like for me, like that's not really as scary because I guess it's a video, so I have as many times as I want to try it over again. But to do like a play like live, nah, man, that's I give a lot of people a lot of credit for that.
Did you do that before, Joe? Have you ever been in a play?
Man, maybe like a school play or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, bro,
Yeah,
I think I did like I went to Catholic school like in kindergarten and pre-K. So like I think I did like when it's Christmas time, like the Three Kings and they come and visit the baby and all that stuff. I think I did that and I cried. So it's like I wasn't the best for that role, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, when I watched my older daughter do it, I could have seen myself doing that in school. Because I had the don't give a crap attitude. Like I was very outgoing, and I would have got up in front of people, acted like a fool. Wouldn't have bothered me.
I mean, me and Trav did. We definitely did it growing up in school, elementary school. We had a play like once or twice a year, so I definitely enjoyed it. Angel, with your dojo, did you guys ever do demonstrations?
Yeah.
Now, when you guys did a demonstration, you guys didn't do any skits in the demonstration. You guys just did the normal. Okay, so we used to do that a lot. Skits.
Same. Yeah, we did it too.
Yeah, so that's what we did, a lot of acting. And I was always one of those people that ended up getting beat up. Like I was never the hero. Travis, he got to be the hero because out of us, the original Team Plowden kids, Travis was the youngest, well, one of the youngest. So he always, and he was the smallest, so he always got to be the hero. And then at some point in time, I think my uncle switched it up and had Trav be the main bad guy. Even though he was the smallest, he was still the main bad guy telling us what to do. And then eventually he got bigger or whatever. But yeah, we always have fun doing skits and doing acting and things like that.
I don't know why, but I would never like with the way Travis is now. I would think he would love to be the bad guy. Like he would relish
Jeff, I
in
think
that
he would.
moment.
Well, he did as a kid. Whether the bad guy or the hero. I remember one time. I think Ski Little Brother. I think he was the hero, and I remember part of the skit where they had to take their shirts off. And Trav took his gi off and threw it down, and then Kamal took his shirt off and threw it down. Now you got to remember, Joe. At this point in time, Kamal is like 10 years old, so he had no business even wanting to take his shirt off. How small and skinny he was. So it was pretty fun.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, man, how's everything going with you, Angel?
I mean, everything's going, bro. It's just I honestly just day by day, same stuff, just a different day, basically. But I mean, Christmas time is coming up, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. Like on a real note, I don't think I've ever felt Christmas come up this fast. Like
I
feel like just yesterday or just last week we were doing the Thanksgiving post Thanksgiving show that we did, and then like now we're already at like Christmas is in like a week and a half. Like it's a crazy like I don't know, just like that turnaround is so wild to me. So it's like I don't know, it's just crazy. I'm still like baffled.
Yeah, I've been beating myself up about that, man, because the last few years I've been starting.
I'm sorry, hold on, time out. Did anyone just hear that?
Oh yeah, I definitely heard it, and I just assumed that's at Joe's house.
It sounded like no joke. That sounded like the witch from Wizard of Oz. Like that was crazy.
It's a dog squeaky toy. I know exactly what it is.
You know what's crazy is Joe didn't even break character with it. He just kept going on like nothing happened. Oh my god.
In my house, man. My daughter was just playing trombone. The other one was playing.
I figured somebody was practicing.
Violin.
I figured somebody's practicing their lines. So
they'll be playing those two instruments right next to each other, like they're dueling each other. I'm like, why don't you guys go like one go upstairs and one go downstairs?
Yo, I don't know why, but I feel like if I was at Joe's house, I would laugh because I feel like as kids, they sit like when he's not there, they're like, all right, like how are we gonna piss dad off today? Like something needs to give. Like, what are we doing here? Like all of them, they probably gang up and just say, like, we gotta figure something out.
Listen, they try, but I'm the master. I mess with them all day. I tell everybody, no one can mess with my kids because no one messes with them more than me. My kids are tough as rocks. You can't mess with them. Their skin is so rough right now. Like nobody messes with them more than dad. So
man.
Okay, so everything's going cool, huh, Angel? How your students doing, man?
Oh, my students are so like I don't know what is going on with them right now. Like, not that they're like not doing their work, but like the most outlandish stuff that they are saying at this point is getting like so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Like it's just like they're just coming out with some really wild stuff. Like I don't even know like how to even describe the things that they say. Like it just leaves me sitting there looking at them like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like
you have any of your kids return who you had last year?
Yeah, I do. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm just gonna say this one. I'm just gonna say this is gonna give you the scope of like how crazy my kids are getting. They were talking about piercings and tattoos, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, like Miss Diaz, like you got tattoos? I was like, yeah, I got like my whole chest done, whatever, cool. They're like, oh, I want to get a tattoo here, I want to get a tattoo over here, some, whatever. And one kid goes like, I just want to get a tattoo on my forehead. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, what do you want to get on your forehead? He's like, I don't know, but I want to get something that everyone's going to read and laugh at. And I was like,
oh,
okay.
He's going to regret that when he gets older.
So I was like, all right, whatever. So then someone else says, like, I don't know, like maybe I'm going to get my nipples pierced. And I was just like, I stopped. I said, what? I said, what do you get? I was like, yo, man, like, I'm honest with my kids. So I was like, yo, man, like, shush up, or else you're just gonna sit outside because I'm not gonna hear this talk in my room. The other kid says, "Oh, I want to get my butt pierced." I said, "That's it, done." So that's it. Now y'all lost. I told him straight up. I said, "Y'all lost music privileges today. We're done and over with. You guys lost music privileges." I was just like, and then I looked at him and I told him, I was like, "Do you guys do this on purpose? Like, you guys do this on purpose? Or you guys want to see me
I really
get
hope
a
they
reaction
mess
out of
with
me?"
you. I really do because
I mean, well, I was hoping so too. I told him, I was like, "Get your butt pierced." I was like, "For real, bro? Like, for real?" I was like, "All right, man." It's like, well, I'm
like
not gonna
that
talk
thought
to
has
you.
never. Thanks a lot, man. That thought has never ever entered my mind.
Yo, it
for
was
anybody.
crazy when he said it. Like the whole room just stopped. Like I just didn't even know what to say to him. I was like, "What do you like? What is wrong with you?"
Is there something really
What is
wrong
wrong
with
with
him?
you?
Like, is he one of those kids that's always just saying something weird or doing
He
something
was the
weird?
same kid that said when I got my black eye, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna pull out the strap. I got you." Like this kid's bad as hell. Like he just like he don't like he just doesn't like he tells me he's like, "Miss Diaz, I know how to get the right answer. I just choose to get it wrong." I'm like,
I choose to get it wrong.
I swear to God, he is smart. Like he knows how to get the right answer. Like he's like an evil genius. Like he knows. Like he uses his smartness for bad. Like it's crazy.
So he's Lex Luthor.
Which, by the way, I'm just saying, quick shameless plug for anybody. If you guys want to watch a new show, watch Titans. It is an amazing show.
Yeah, you know
It's
what?
really good.
You know what's funny about it? It's funny you said
It's
that.
really good, right?
I've been watching this since it came out, but I got behind, so I just finished season 3 last night. Just
Oh.
like
The end
Oh.
of season 3 is nuts.
Yo, the end of season 3 is crazy, and then the way we start season 4, oh. Now I will say this. This is gonna be everything but whatever we're talking about today.
That's fine.
But
That's fine.
yeah, but I will say this. It's crazy. I remember when I was in college. So this has to be like I'm about to date myself. This gotta be like 5 years ago. So like I'm 25 now. So when I was like in college, I remember when Titans came out, and I told my brother, I was like, "Yo, this like Titans came out. It's based off the show Teen Titans. I watched as a kid. It's gonna be cool, whatever." It got canceled after like 2-3 episodes or something like that, because like it was like a terrible show. And then they got a new writer, and they picked up right where it left off. Swear to God, the show just took off.
Well, I don't think the show got canceled because of that. That DC platform got canceled.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It
The
got,
DC platform.
yeah, it got swallowed up by HBO Max, which I was happy about
Well,
because I
no,
wasn't
at that
buying
time-
no DC.
No. At that
platform.
time, it wasn't HBO Max.
it was
At that
DC
time,
Universe.
it was
DC
DC
Universe.
Universe. Yeah, it was DC Universe at that time. But I'm saying even before that, they were trying to make that show run to CW. They were trying to get it to get on the CW because the CW plays all like the DC like TV shows, but it wasn't getting the same reviews as the Flash and Arrow and all the stuff at that time. But then I swear to you, they changed writers and it took off. Like
And it was too dark for CW anyway.
It's dark, right? It's crazy dark.
It needed to be dark
I
to
liked
keep going the way. Yeah, it can't be on CW. CW is too lighthearted.
Yeah. I like it though, but I will say this: I did get the DC app just because I wanted to watch it, and of course, as soon as I get it, like 2 months later, it got like bought out by HBO Max. But for me, listen, Titans is like one of those shows I love to watch, and I love the fact that they do 12 episodes instead of like 24. Because I feel like nowadays with shows that do 12 episodes, we're getting 12 episodes that are straight to the point, as opposed to 24, and some of them have no meaning at all. I watched the whole episode, none of it matters unless like the last 3 minutes, and then the last 3 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay, like makes sense or whatever. So I'm just Titans. That's a good one. My only thing I have not watched yet is Doom Patrol. I'm like 50-50 on it.
Well, I saw the first season of Doom Patrol, and I did not want to watch. I think I watched some of the second season. I was like, they get a little too weird for me. Doom Patrol.
That's what it was
really
for
weird.
me. I wish they would make a Gotham Part 2.
Yeah,
that's what I wish they'd make.
I thought something was wrong with me when I'm watching Doom Patrol, and there was a scene, one of those scenes, and I think they were being attacked by butts. And I mean that literally.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell am I looking at? Like really, like butts are coming at you.
Yo.
Like, the Doom Patrol is on another level. It's weird as hell.
No, I agree with you. So yeah, Titans is like really good. And I just think like that's like one of those like shows right now.
Young Justice is too. Young Justice is definitely.
Yeah, I like Young
It
Justice
is?
as well.
Oh yeah, it's real
I haven't watched that yet. So I gotta start
Actually, I mean, if you like Titans, you're gonna like Young Justice.
What's the difference?
It's pretty much the same team.
It's animated.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I know it's animated, but
and then there's
it's
a lot
the
more
same
characters.
team as.
Yeah, there's a lot more characters.
It is. It is a lot more characters, and they kind of change throughout the year. So they actually have, like Robin. He starts off, he's a little boy in Young Justice, but he grows up. I think he's grown when the second season starts. He gets older. I think he's like 13 in the first season, and then by the the second season, I think it's like 5 years later. So he's like 18. But it's good.
Yeah, I one thing I will say, man, I like the character selection in Titans. I like who they're picking in the seasons. Like, how sometimes we get like they just kind of throw characters in just to like throw them in there, but like they're picking characters that are like really good, that have like a good like backstory and like are actually contributing to the show. So like Dove and Hawk, like I can't wait to see like what's gonna happen with that storyline and how they're gonna bring her back in and all that stuff. I mean, it's just. I think they're doing a really good job right now. So that's something that I'm enjoying.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to my weekend. My week.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you all good, man. So with me, man, it's been a hell of a week. Melissa has COVID now. So, and she has COVID Classic. She has the original one. She has the one where, COVID Classic. That's what I'm calling it. So she can't, smell. She can't taste anything. She's constantly coughing. So, she felt bad. Maybe, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday last week she started. But I just figured it was a cold because I had a cold also. I have a cold also. And, but then it started getting worse for her. And on Sunday, I went and got, she told me to go get a COVID test. So I got a couple of COVID tests and we tested each other. Well, I let her do her test and then I did mine. And she was positive for COVID and I was negative. And she was like, what the hell? Like, we're in the same house. How come you don't have it also? But remember, I burnt my arm. So her and I hadn't been sleeping together. So I didn't get it from her. So she has it, and she was down for the count. She's starting to finally feel better now. But Monday, she was bad. She was in a bad way. Champ is also sick, but he doesn't have COVID though. But he got the flu and RSV.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's no fun.
Yeah, so he has had that for about a week now, and now his mom has it now. And not only her, but her mom has it too. So all of them are sick. So yeah, it's just, going through and, messing up the family. Oh, and then my daughter, Kara has it also. She has COVID. She just texted me today and said, Dad, I got COVID. So I'm like, goodness gracious. So this thing is going around. So that made me think, like, maybe I'm thinking about shutting the dojo down for a couple of weeks. Just so, and just doing classes through our Zoom link, just so, no one gets sick before Christmas, parents, kids.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, it would. It would.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking
that's actually smart.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just run it on Zoom. And then I actually, these last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of kids out. And some of the parents have texted me and said, hey, my kid has COVID, so we're not coming, this, that, and the other. So I think I'm going to shut it down to January, and we'll just do classes on Zoom. I'm already not teaching in between Christmas and New Year's anyway. So I figured these next 2 weeks we can just be on Zoom and, keep everybody safe. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, man.
Yeah.
Always.
My arm is doing better. I had to go went to the burn unit on Monday. And
finally, they actually wanted to do the job. Great. How did that go?
Actually, it went pretty good, man. My arm looks, it looks better than it did look to me. They had to scrape off all of the dead skin that was on it. Yeah. It did not hurt to me. The doctor's asking me. She's like, does this hurt? I said, no, it doesn't hurt. I
probably looked nasty.
Yo, yeah, it definitely did. I said it feels good because it's been itching so much because it's healing. So I was like, yeah, actually, this is feeling kind of good. You scraping up all the stuff, So yeah, go ahead.
You got any tattoos?
Yeah, I got I got a few on my arms. Yeah.
Okay. No. So now, when you get that done, do you feel that pain? Like, is your pain tolerance high or no?
I would say the first 20 minutes, I'm good. After that, I'm like, hurry up. Hurry the hell up. Let's get this shit over with. Because this shit's starting to sting a little bit too much. But yeah, I got 5 or 6 tattoos on my arm, my upper arm.
Okay. Okay.
And I asked, funny thing you said that is, so I asked the doctor, I said, so, is this going to look bad after it heals? And she's like, no, it shouldn't look too bad. I said, well, would I be able to get a tattoo over it, to make it look okay? And she was like, I don't know. I've never talked to anybody that's got
yo, Gene, I swear to you, like, you are a better man than me. I would have went there cussing them out, and then you give me that response, I would have wrote a letter.
I'm not about to cuss out nobody that's about to cut on me. I'm not cussing out nobody that's about to cutting on me. That's not happening.
Listen, you are better than me, because I would have been like, what? You guys are waiting until Monday. I would have told him, if this arm gets cut off, I'm taking yours. Like, there's no exception. Like, that's it. It's done and over with. You're cool. Yeah. Oh, nah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I got to go back in 2 weeks also for them to look at it. But it's doing good. It's all good.
Hey, low key, I want to give this person a shout out just because I didn't get to do it last time and I made a mistake. Shout out to Jeff Doss. Last time when we thought we were recording and we ended up missing a good 15-20 minutes of our show.
Yeah.
I was saying like how like going to tournaments with Jeff Doss is like actually really fun. And it's kind of hilarious because it's just like main gang, but like we just talk shit to each other the whole time and then kind of just laugh about everything else. But let me tell you something. Jeff texts me the craziest stuff throughout the day. Like, Jeff gets me through my job sometimes. The stuff that Jeff texts me is like so wild and outlandish that I like can't help but laugh throughout my day, man. Sometimes Jeff is just hilarious. Like, shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff knows what I'm talking about.
He's putting smiles on your faces, huh?
Oh, listen, me and Jeff, we about to make $3,000 each. Just wait on it. Gotcha.
Now, Angel, like what you said earlier about the Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
I have not started.
I haven't either. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I haven't even done nothing, and it's crazy because I keep thinking I have time, and as I look at the day, I'm like, yo, like it's already like about to be the 10th. Like this is crazy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna knock out all of mine next week. The last few years I've been starting in July and August. This year I didn't do it, and I should have did it. I'm kicking myself. Yeah, go ahead, Angel.
You're starting Christmas shopping in July and August.
There's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
Explain to me the thought process because maybe I'm wrong. So just explain to me the thought process.
It feels a lot better. It feels a lot better when you look at those receipts and you look to see how much you spend over a few months as opposed to having to spend all that damn money at one time. It makes you feel better. I don't want to look. I'm not looking forward to spending this money next week. I'm really not. I'm not looking forward to spending this money.
Oh my God, Gene. So, all right, I get that. I get it. The reason why I was asking you is I was gonna say like, don't like people's needs change or the last thing I want is I get you something in August, right? It's past the 30-day return warranty, and then you ended up buying it yourself, and now I gotta look at you, and I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna be like.
Nah, I'm gonna I'm gonna be like, here's your gift receipt. Go get the fuck you want to get. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't worry about that. But me and Champ's mom, we communicate, we talk, so I know what she's getting now. And the only other people like grandparents or aunts and uncles and stuff like that, when they get him something, their stuff is the stuff that goes back, not our stuff. So it's all good. Wow, so we took up 30 minutes.
Listen, I'm sorry, but like, let's just do a quick synopsis of this.
Hold on,
because we're already at 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're right, and we are going to do that. But hold on one second. I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, so last week, I'm just on my TV and I'm looking at YouTube and I'm just letting stuff play. Yeah, I don't know. I was doing something, but so it was just kind of playing in the background, right? But I'm still looking up at the TV. So when a video goes off, the next video comes on. And you know, when the next video comes on, you have all of those other options. You can click down and grab something else and watch something else, right? One of our reviews, Ninja 2, had 9,000 views.
I know, right?
I want to know why, and I want to know how come the rest of our stuff doesn't have that many. Like,
because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm picking movies that I know people want to see. Nah, I'm just joking. To be honest with you, Ninja. No. Listen, Ninja 2. It's weird, bro. But it's like some of these movies have like those like cult followings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I went and looked at our other videos. Nothing else is even close to 9,000.
But it depends. Like, what are you looking at? Movies that have the same cult following. That's the difference.
I would think that if we had 9,000 people look at Ninja 2, some of those people would say, "Well, what else are they talking about? What else?" Like some of our other numbers should have been up a little bit higher than what they are. I don't understand why that movie Ninja 2 took off.
It was a good movie.
I don't even remember.
No, stop. Hold up. I'm only saying that because they had more.
Scott Adkins movie.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That.
Okay,
bro, come on now. Don't even do that. Shut up, Joe. Shut up. Don't even do that. Let's not even go down this road again. You had to bring that up. We got far away from that. What I was gonna say was just like Scott Adkins and all the other people, like the stunt doubles and all the people in that movie. They're like pretty prominent, like martial arts figures. So I would just think maybe other martial arts people are like watching those movies in terms of that sense. But I mean, to be real with you, I don't have a good explanation for it. I would just think that movie developed a cult following. That's the only thing I could just figure.
I don't know.
9,000 though. That's
9,000. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Now this is my only issue. Now this is what I'm gonna say, and this is on us. If that hasn't translated to the other videos, what did we do right in that one that we need to keep doing? And what did we do wrong that we need to improve on so we can get those 9,000 to all the other videos?
My point exactly. That's exactly how I feel. So I have no idea, man. But when I saw that, I started coughing because I wasn't expecting to see that. I was like, you see that? You see that little clip of Idris Elba when he's like eating the chicken. And it's like that. That's what I did. That was me when I saw 9,000. I got ready to text y'all like, "What the hell? Like, how did this go? Get so many views? Like, it got in front of a lot of people."
Well, are we still on the samurai month or samurai stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I put this out there? Can we please not do 3? I'm sorry. Like, can I put this out there? Can we please? Like, I know it would like leave us off a cliffhanger, but like, not really, because like we don't really know what the hell's going on. So like, can we just go to the Last Samurai? Like, I'd much rather just like do that.
What do you think, Joe?
Whatever.
Yeah,
I love the Last Samurai.
I'm kind of the same way.
Samurai, so.
Can
we just go to the Last Samurai? I just think like that. I think we should do that. And then also, I'm gonna put this out there, maybe for the viewers. I'm gonna say this live, just because maybe they can give us their feedback. I really like what Joe said before, that we should go back and review some of those old ones that you and Mike did, but now have like us 3 do it. Just because I think we would see, like, I can imagine us doing The Last Dragon and everyone having a different opinion on it.
Okay, we can do it.
And that's why I say that. Like, I feel like some of those old ones, like those like classic movies,
and because y'all did Bloodsport dirty.
Yeah, to be real with y'all, you guys really did. Like, that's probably why our views are so down, because Bloodsport's like an international Hall of Fame movie.
I don't care.
Listen, you don't gotta care. 9,000 views. 9,000 views.
Look, we didn't give it the Street Fighter or what was that other damn movie?
Double dragon.
double dragon treatment. You know, we didn't take it behind the shed and blow his brains out. You know, so
Yeah,
we let the movie live a little bit. It's just
nah, but that movie is like no joke. Like that movie to some people is like saying that like Bruce Lee wasn't a real martial artist. Like, but people will like die by that. You know what I mean? Like you can't really do that. You can't really do that.
We got more experience in the martial arts than Bruce Lee.
You better stop with that. You better. Oh, this soundbite is about to get. Oh, we're about to get flagged.
Angel,
we're about to get flagged.
No, we're not about to get flagged. Angel, how long have you been in martial arts?
This year is 20.
What about you, Joe?
Since I was 9, so like 38 years.
Yeah, so I'm around close to 30, 35, something like that. So
Yeah.
Bruce Lee did not have that long. He was out of here at 32. So he didn't have the amount of time as us. Angel, why are you looking surprised?
Yo, I can't. Yo, you're.
All right. So Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah. Rurouni Kenshin. All right.
Oh, I got
I'm just saying. We got more experience.
I got tears. Oh my god, I got tears. Yo, I don't know. Like I say it to you all the time. Like you keep like setting the bar higher. Like you can't talk about Bruce Lee like that, man. What's wrong
What
with
is he
you?
gonna do? Is he gonna show up? It's going to be his 1-inch punch from wherever he's at, the spirit world. I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna touch me, Bruce. I don't think you're gonna touch me. Watch out now.
If we watch Gene just go flying right now.
I was just about to say, watch Gene start choking. We're gonna be like, and that's what you get. And that's what you get right there.
Wait. His name is Bruce Lee, not Vader. Vader does the chokes. Bruce Lee ain't doing shit. He ain't doing shit to me right now.
Oh my god! I swear to you, like, oh,
Gene about to get Phantom kicked in the face right now.
I'll smile. I'll let him.
You'll smile.
Yes, he gonna put on that headgear. He gonna put on that chest protector. You seen it? You seen the video when he's party? He got on a chest protector. I ain't wearing no chest protector. You seen his pads? Come on. I ain't worried about sparring Bruce Lee. I'm not worried about the physical Bruce Lee, a zombie Bruce Lee, a spirit Bruce Lee. I ain't worried about none of it. All right, Joe.
So, a couple of things before I get started on this. So we learned, or at least I looked up, because everyone was calling him a
Angel, look at Angel. He's dying over there. I just killed him. I just
slayed him. So the movie's called Rurouni Kenshin, and I was kind of wondering what the Rurouni means, because it sounds a lot like Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
And I find out that's exactly what it is. Yeah, but if you look it up, I looked it up. It's literally the same thing as a Ronin samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's just another word they use. But like you said, also wanderer. So now, I guess it's somewhere in between there.
Did you watch this movie with the subtitles on?
Yes.
The subtitles didn't match what they were saying. Did you notice that? Because
you know why? Because I've done this before, where you watch, if you watch it dubbed with subtitles, it's because what they're saying in English doesn't translate fully, and so the subtitles are translating what it would be in Japanese. You know what I'm saying? So that they say it different.
Bruce just came in there. I told him to go back and lay down.
We're not going to make it through this review. I can already tell you.
Go ahead.
This review is going to be 2 hours long. We're not going to make it.
Oh my god!
You know what, y'all? Go watch the movie. It's on Netflix. Not going to make it.
My bad, Joe. My bad, Joe.
Oh, Lord. crazy. Anyhow, so they that was something that was interesting. And then, am I the only one that thinks this? When they're saying in the first movie, they were saying Batosai, right?
Yeah.
In this one, I swear they put an extra I in there, like Bitosai.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I didn't listen
Like
to him that
it was
closely.
really weird. It
Mhm.
it sounded different to me because I even went back and it just was a slight little inflection in the before the Bato where it was
Mhm.
like Biatosai. And so
Maybe.
it was messing me up the whole time. Even during the flashback from the original movie, they it was the same. But then I swear in the other movie they were saying so maybe that's just me, I don't know. But if somebody else heard that, let me know. So this movie picks up. They start off showing the end of the last movie where the war ended. Batosai, our hero, Kenshin, he throws his sword down and swears off killing anybody ever again. We go 10 years later, and we go into there's peace, there's order. You know, everybody seems to be Japan seems to be thriving, and then they show us. I don't know what to call him, like a drug warlord who
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
he's making a drug to opium,
Opium.
and he's got a partner that's a female that is helping him. The other thing we find is someone else had grabbed Batosai's old sword.
That was so
And
stupid.
yeah, I know. And is running around pretending to be Batosai. He's doing it. He's killing people. He's leaving his calling card.
Mhm.
Which did Kenshin ever do that?
He did it at the beginning of the first movie. Remember when he killed what was that girl's name? Tomoy, I think that was her name. When he killed
Yeah.
when he killed her fiance, he threw the paper down then. And
Okay.
other than that, I don't remember seeing him do it. He could have did it in the other movies, but I don't remember seeing it.
Okay. So the girl name is Mosami, and she runs away after helping this drug lord out and escape. So now they're trying to find her. I guess she's the one that helped come up with the formula for the opium. So I don't know if they just need her or if he misses her. I'm not really 100% sure. So we also see this new Batosai running around killing people. And there's like, I don't know this guy's name, but he seems to be like a sheriff. He's kind of
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
around
yeah.
like a sheriff.
I
And
know you're talking
was he in a part of the war? Because he knows Kenshin.
I think yes, I think he was, but I don't know if it was the same actor.
Okay,
I
because
think the character was, but I'm not sure if it was the same actor or not.
he talks like he knows him.
Yeah, yeah.
So Kenshin's walking around and he's looking at these like wanted posters of the new Batosai, which of course confuses him because he is Batosai and he's not doing any of this. And he runs into a young lady with a wooden sword, which just she drove me nuts.
Why?
Because, how are you attacking people with real swords with a wooden sword?
Yeah, yeah. Well, like his sword was a little stupid too.
His sword drove me nuts too. That was dumb. But we'll get into that in a minute. You know what? I was curious about it, and it was exactly like I thought it would. It was exactly like I thought it would be.
But what was the point to even having it sharp on the other side? What's the point of it at all?
That's what I said, and I only came up with two conclusions. One, if you decided you did want to kill somebody, you had the choice. Two, if you decide to remind yourself of what you're doing and punish yourself by putting the blade on yourself.
Mm.
Those are the only two things I could come up with. Both are stupid as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So, like I said, I originally watched this movie first, and he seemed very weird. It seemed like a different character from the other movie, the prequel movie. He's acting totally different. So I
Well,
didn't.
he's very happy-go-lucky. He's
Yes,
very
he
kind of
was not like that in the other movie at all. He was really quiet.
okay, but this is 10 years of not killing.
Yeah.
So if you're a stone cold killer, you're real quiet. kind of to yourself, he's never fell in love before. Now he's fell in love. He's lost his love. He hasn't killed anyone in 10 years. I think he's just more enjoying life. And they're created like this happy, dumbfounded character.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the quote unquote sheriff, he's talking to the drug overlord about the new Batasai and see if this is someone that's on his team, who this guy is. Nobody knows who this guy is. Frankly, nobody's hired him. He's kind of on his own mission, which we will find out later what his actual mission is. And let's move forward a little bit more. What was her name with the wooden sword? Kyoe or something like that?
Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
Kyoe?
Kamaya Karu.
So she is running her father's old dojo, and it is a
she?
way of the sword, a way of the sword without killing, kind of in the same manner as Kenshin. So he kind of takes an interest in her and her dojo. Her dojo only has one student. It's a young kid. So these bandits, so to say, kind of come and they want to take over her dojo. They're acting like they're helping her out, but really they're just being jackasses. And this is the first time we really get to see Kenshin kind of in action. And it takes him a good 2 to 3 minutes in the fight to even draw his sword. And like we said from the first movie, his sword is a reverse blade. So he has the blade on the back and the front is dull. Hence why he doesn't want to kill people. So a lot of times, most of these fights that he was involved in, he spent a lot of time trying not to take the sword out. And then when he does take the sword out, really he can't do much with it because it's just for blocking. It's block, smack you around a little bit. He's using the case to the sword. He's using the edge of the sword. Like he's doing everything in his power.
It was creative.
It was. And it was there were still some pretty good fights.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not as much. You can't have as much action when all you're doing is blocking and knocking people around. I mean, he had a few more kicks and flips and stuff like that, but for the most part, I like when I'm seeing sword fighting, I want to see some cutting. But they definitely made it interesting. I was curious about it, and I understood what had happened here. So he kicks the crap out of these guys and sends them on their way. And then is this when does the fake Batasai show up after that?
He shows up. He shows up after that, but they were doing something else because he ran into the girl first.
Yeah. He ran into her and kind of scared her a little bit. But they didn't fight at this point, did they?
No, he got ready to because he kind of had an idea who Kenshin was. And Kenshin and the girl ran away.
So, skipping ahead a little bit, Kenshin and the sheriff kind of butt heads. So the sheriff figures out who he is, and he kind of pushes him to basically say, you can't go from being a kill sword. That's what they refer to him as.
Yeah.
They're not really referring to him as Batasai anymore. They're calling him Batasai the kill sword. So that was something that was never really, before he was Batasai the assassin, now he's a kill sword, which I think is interesting. I mean, it's still the same thing as an assassin. He's basically trying to show him you can't change your colors. Like once you're an assassin, you're always an assassin, you're a killer. And he kind of pushes them to the limit. And this is the point where we get to see, like, they're kind of, neck and neck with the sword. He pushes his sword right into his shoulder and cuts him with his own blade. And that's what I said, like you said earlier, like, I don't understand the point of that because now you've just cut yourself.
Yeah. I don't understand the point of not killing people when other people are trying to kill you. I would have been like, you know what? Well, damn what I said earlier. It's not like he went looking to be an assassin.
Now you know the other thing that bugged me in this movie,
What's that?
the fake Batosai has that stupid stare where he stares at people and his
Yeah.
eyes go
Oh,
like
that.
in and out,
Yeah.
and then he's like paralyzing people. Like,
Yeah.
this is some Jedi mind trick.
Yeah. And now, I mean, if I didn't know that this was based on a manga series, I would have thought this is just ridiculous because nobody else in the movie has supernatural powers. You know.
Oh, I know. And that's the thing. I don't think it was supernatural. I think he was trying to say it was just like a mind thing, but it was just, I don't know, the way he was using it. It was unnecessary in my opinion. Like, his sword skills were fine, were plenty
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
The other thing that's kind of significant before we get to the next big part, him and Kyayu, he starts living there, and him and the little boy, they're kind of all, becoming like this little family more or less. They're having food together, they're helping each other out, and she's kind of trying to learn his story, and he explains to her everything. He kind of gives her how he used to be an assassin, how he fell in love, who he fell in love with, the man he cut down who was supposed to marry the one he fell in love with, all this stuff. And she really takes his story in. And I think at a certain point, she kind of feels sorry for him. But then I think as they learn to from each other, that she's starting to realize like how much he's changed and he's not that person. And she's understanding his idea of not wanting to kill anymore and everything. So she can get down with that. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. And she recognizes his sword style, which I can't remember exactly what they were calling it before.
She knew it when she first ran into him.
Yeah, she knew it when she watched him.
Yeah, she had a feeling that he was Batusai, and she asked him, and he just kind of blew it off.
The other thing that I took away from this, when she learned his name was Kenshin, she said that the Kenshin means the heart of the sword.
Yeah, yeah.
So moving forward a little bit here, the girl we saw at the beginning with the drug lord, Mayomi, she shows up.
Mm-hmm. The little boy saved her.
Yep, little boy saves her. So she kind of is living there as well with everybody. And, like I said, they're one big happy family until more bandits keep showing up. And they seem to be after her.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we're looking and saying, like, everyone's kind of figured out she's the problem here. And they need to know what her story is because, we don't want more people showing up to attack and hurt the village. They're messing up people's business and everything like that. So she gives the story about how she was saved. She was kind of like a street rat or whatever. The drug lord saved her. He kind of became her woman, and they created this opium together. And then she didn't like what it was doing. You're creating a drug. You're getting people, hooked on the drug, and then you're destroying people's lives. So she got away. But now there's a problem because now this big bad drug lord is out looking, and he's got a lot of money, so he can just keep hiring bandits to come after you. And they are in a restaurant eating, and lo and behold, who shows up? Big bad drug lord.
Mm-hmm. That was
pretty. The problem is
he's a weird guy. That was a weird character.
He's a very weird character.
He seemed like he was. If this was it was in America, he would have been from like the South.
Yes.
He would have been a what do you call it? I don't know the correct. I'm not making sure I don't get canceled. But
I had a couple of things I was gonna say about it.
He was a little fancy. No. He was a little fancy.
Yep, fancy lord. Yep, that's what I meant.
Fancy lord.
You know what? Take on that with you will. Anyhow, he has kind of figured out who Kenshin is, and he wants to hire Kenshin for him. But Kenshin, he's not a sword for hire. So this guy, he interrupts their meal. He's, dogging him. He's telling him, put your pride aside, take my money, buy yourself a nice thing, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to work on Kenshin. You're just going to make him mad, which he does. Then in walks, I don't even know this guy's name. The dude.
The fake Batusai?
No, the guy with the big sword.
Oh, man, that was like a paddle. That was a huge. That was ridiculous. It's like how can you walk around with that thing?
Okay, but I'm gonna call this guy Eggman because he keeps throwing eggs and he keeps eating eggs, and I don't know
Yeah.
what that's all about. So I'm just gonna call him the Eggman until I figure out what his name is, which I haven't seen it. He walks in and he said he knows who Batusai is. They actually fought in the war together. I noticed that at the beginning. He had a different outfit on, but they fought in the war together.
Okay.
So when he comes in, he says, "Hire me if I can beat
Right.
Kenshin."
Right.
So they go outside and they have this fight. But I said the same thing. That paddle, as you called it, is big and heavy. And I mean, you're not going to catch anybody with that thing.
No, because you're gonna be slow moving it. You
And
know.
he was.
Yeah.
He was way too slow moving it. Batosai did. I don't even think he drew his sword. He just jumped around a bunch.
Yeah.
He, flipped around, kicked him a few times, and just basically said, "Okay, do you feel better now? We had a fight, but are you really going to work for this?" He basically just said, "Like, are you really going to work for this idiot? Like,
Right.
what's the point?" And they just kind of left it at that. And then he
They
joined
did.
the family.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
That was really, really weird. It was
Yeah.
really odd, but
yeah, you guys got to
mean-
see. You guys got to look at this weapon that he has. It's huge.
it's ridiculous. It looks like the sword from Final Fantasy VII, only like it's just a long and thin paddle.
Yeah. And I guess the end of the paddle-looking thing was like a blade or a piece of metal. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
He didn't even come close to hitting him with it.
No,
So-
never, never.
So then, this is where is this? No, he didn't show up.
Angel.
So then they go into.
Angel, hold on, Joe. Angel, you know you're on a podcast, right? 'Cause that means you got to speak.
Listen, it's just you don't understand. Like this,
No,
this,
I do understand. I know you don't like this movie.
yeah. I'm just like, yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
They go into a scene where we're seeing the fake Batusai. He's killing more people. He's actually went after some of the officers. So the sheriff's men have been killed, and when the morning comes and Kenshin is trying to figure out what happened, the sheriff's mad. He's pissed. He's like, if you wouldn't have given up your post, if you wouldn't have given up, your killing and all that, he's like, this Batusai, this fake Batusai, wouldn't have killed people, wouldn't have killed my officers. They'd still all be alive, and all that stuff. So he's mad. He's basically blaming him, which I think is stupid because it's like, okay, I don't want to be a killer no more, so somebody else takes my spot, and then it's my fault. Like,
I don't even remember when the fake Batusai started working for the drug lord. I don't remember seeing that.
Was he working for the drug lord?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was there. He was in the. There was a scene where they were talking in the in the drug lord's office. He didn't have his hat on,
Okay.
and then they go out later on, and I remember his face, and then he starts helping him. I was like, well, when did that happen? It was after the scene where he tried to recruit Batusai, the real Batusai. It was after that that we see that guy there.
But I mean, what was he trying to do for him? It just seemed like he was just walking around killing people.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, we are going to find out. So the drug lord now, he wants to take over the dojo and the whole area, and he gets this big chain gun. So I'm assuming that chain gun is going to come into play later. Skipping forward a little bit, we find out exactly what the problem is with the fake Batusai. Yes, he's working for the drug lord, but his big problem is he wants the real Batusai to remember who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's mad. He wants to push him, and he's trying to figure out any way he can to push him into becoming the assassin he used to be. Everything he's doing at this point has not worked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the drug lord, he finally gets a hold of and kidnaps Miyomi and takes her. So this puts big paddle guy and Kenshin into action, and they go and
By
take on
themselves.
100 warriors by themselves. And when they get inside, it's literally the drug lord and his like right hand man.
It was impossible that they beat everybody up like that. That was ridiculous.
Especially the paddle guy didn't even bring his paddle.
I thought he did have it.
He did have it, but I didn't see him really swinging it.
No,
yeah, you're right. He did have it.
Yeah, he had it. I don't think he really used it. Or if he did, I missed it.
When he went inside, he didn't bring it with him. And then
that's smart.
I know.
You're only
Kenshin using his no blade sword. Anyhow,
and these guys won.
These guys won. But they get inside and they got a problem with the gun. So the sheriff shows up and basically tells them, if you can point the gun away somehow, I'll help you out. So they go and they pretend to surrender and get them to point the gun away. And then this is the part that kills me. The drug lord wants them to undress and beg for forgiveness.
Yes.
Only proving how fancy he really is.
Oh, that's on that line, Joe. That's on that line.
You know what? I'm always on that line. Whatever. So they take these guys out. Sheriff arrests everybody. And they save Miyomi. And then Kenshin finds out that Koike has been taken by the fake Batosai. How he knows where he is, there's no note. He just shows up.
Yeah, they got lazy. They just wanted to get this over with, man.
I said the same thing. I was like, okay, that was a little dumb, but whatever. He basically tells them, I need to push you. You need to remember who you are. He keeps messing with the girl. She's tied up. There's fire. And still Kenshin won't kill him. He's barely even messing him up. And then the guy does his stupid stare. At this point, I was like, just finish this damn movie. He stares at her, and she gets into his gaze. Mm-hmm. And now for like the next 2 minutes, she can't breathe, and she's going to die. And there's only 2 ways to break it. She's got to break it herself, or he has to kill him. So now Kenshin has decided he's going to kill this guy. And they get right down to the wire, and he goes to take the final stab, and she breaks the hold. Tells him not to kill him. That was really dumb.
No. She just doesn't say. She has a long conversation with him. She's on the ground talking to him. I was like, you're gonna get killed. I thought he's gonna get stabbed in his back or he got his head cut off or something.
Well, he couldn't because he had cut the tendon in his sword arm. So he messed up his sword arm. So he would have had to switch to the non-dominant arm.
I got you.
And even then, I think he broke that or something dumb.
Gotcha.
But anyhow, not a great fight scene compared to what we've seen in the last movie and some of the other fights in this. But they end the movie. He takes her to safety. The sheriff arrests everybody, including the drug lord, and the little family at the house. They're having a dinner together. Kenshin's gonna cook, and everyone has a good time. Movie's over. Series over. I didn't hate this, but I do say if you're going to watch the series, you should watch the first one. This movie makes a lot more sense when you watch the first one.
Yeah, watch the prequel because like you said, like this was the original movie, and this was stupid. This was dumb.
I think I gave the less. Yeah.
If you go to like when this came out, people had to. I don't. Unless you were a fan of the comic, I don't see how you watched this and enjoyed it by yourself without that prequel.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes to fill. There's a lot of plot missing. There's a lot of stupidity going on. But for the most part, with the 2 movies together, I like the other one better. But what I did like about this one compared to the other one, where in the other one where I said it was too much plot action, there's a lot of lull. This one was straightforward to the point for the most part, even if it was dumb.
Yeah, but you know what? There was a real dumb part of this in this movie. Do you remember? You didn't speak on it, so it might have went right by you. But so in the prequel, they show him fighting the guys who work for the Shogun, right?
Yeah.
And these guys, he ends up fighting them in the alley. One of the guys ends up being the fiance of the woman that he eventually falls in love with, right?
Yes.
It was the exact scene in this movie that was in the prequel movie, right? Now,
Yeah, they did it as a flashback.
yes. Now, this is the part that was dumb. In the original movie, he didn't know what was her name, Tomoe. He didn't know who she was. They didn't know, right? In this movie, he sees her when she gets on the ground and is crying about him, about her fiance as he's killed. So I'm like, okay, he's standing here watching all of this. How did he not know who she was in the prequel? That made no sense.
Yeah, that's no sense at all.
No
sense. That's weird.
He should have recognized her when she showed up in the bar in the last movie.
He's a cold-blooded killer, man. He don't got time to recognize people.
But they used in this movie, they used it as a flashback. So he's thinking about it, and he obviously remembers her. So that's what I was like. Well, this was dumb. This was bad writing on their part right here. They missed this. But all right, what grade are we giving this movie?
I think I did a B+ for the last one. I can't even go one lower. I'm gonna have to go to a C+.
I got a feeling I know what Angel's going to give it. Angel, what are you giving this movie?
I'm gonna be nice and say a C-, but it's really a D+.
I thought you were going even lower than that. I thought you were going to say F.
No, I'm giving like a D+, but I'm gonna be nice and say C-.
I'm giving it a C- also. Like I said,
Yeah.
I definitely would have gave it an F if we didn't watch the prequel. This was this was ridiculous. It would have been ridiculous. But since it's part of a series, I'll give it a C-. If you can get past some of the silliness.
I mean, is there 5 or 6 years between the two movies?
10. Between the last one and this one?
No, I'm saying the movies themselves. This was 2014, and the other two are 2021.
You're right. Though it's oh man, that's 7 years. That's 7 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So wow. So all right. So what did you guys decide? What are we doing next?
Last Samurai.
Last Samurai. Okay, never seen it. I remember hearing about it back in the day, but I never saw it.
You're gonna probably want to watch it more than once.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
If you have the time to watch it more than once.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, I got sick people I'm trying to help out. So
yeah.
We will see. You guys got any closing remarks?
No, I'm good, man.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. Producer, play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.